Good evening students. Now we are going to discuss about the Debye-Hückel limiting law. So Debye-Hückel limiting law, that is DHLL, Debye-Hückel limiting law, right? So that is DHLL. So mainly Debye-Hückel limiting law is mainly relating to the mean ionic activity coefficient to the ionic strength. So this is nothing but mainly relation to the log gamma plus or minus versus root I. So generally, so you should write this first point is in Debye-Hückel limiting law. So the DHLL is mainly relating to the mean ionic activity coefficient and ionic strength. Relating to the mean ionic coefficient and ionic strength. So the formula you should write first. The formula is log gamma plus or minus is equal to minus 1.82 into 10 to the power of 6 by dt to the power of 1 by 2 into z plus into z minus into root I should write. So after writing this is nothing but log gamma plus or minus is equal to minus 0.509 into z plus into z minus into root I should write. So after writing this is nothing but a. So log gamma plus or minus is equal to a minus a into z plus into z minus into root I should write. So in this what happens generally, this is very important. So they will ask it in the competitive examination also. So DHL is a log gamma plus or minus is equal to minus 0.509 into z plus into z minus into root I. The negative symbol indicating that the activity coefficient is always less than unity. So activity coefficient is, that is mean ionic activity coefficient log, that is gamma plus or minus is always less than the unity. So that means less than unity means what? That either it may be 0.8, 0.9, whatever it is. So that it is represents minus. You should explain the terms. Here what? You should explain gamma plus or minus is what? Mean ionic activity coefficient. Mean ionic activity coefficient. So whereas I is what? Ionic strength. I is ionic strength. Ionic strength you should write. And here D is the dielectric constant. D is the dielectric constant. T is the temperature. So T is the temperature you should write. So if in case of Z plus and Z minus are same, if Z plus and Z minus are same, this mean ionic activity coefficient is depends upon the ionic strength. Mean ionic activity coefficient is depends upon the ionic strength, but not on the nature of the electrolyte. If we will, it's look like y is equal to mx graph. So it looks like this. So this you should write minus log gamma plus or minus graph should be drawn between root I. You will get this negative slope. You will get so negative slope. So this is for NaCl ions. NaCl, that is uni Na plus Cl minus barium chloride. So this is uni and bi ions. This is uni tri is lanthanum trihydroxide. Lanthanum trihydroxide. So this is the representation of the graph. This question asked in the CSIR examination. So they given the options A, B, C. What are the A, B, C? They given the jumbling options. So this is very important concept about the Debye-Hückel limiting law. So now we will discuss about the limitations of the Debye-Hückel limiting law. So now we are going to discuss about limitations. What are the limitations? Only two limitations are there. Limitations is nothing but limitations. You should write. Limitations for Debye-Hückel theory is, so this is applicable mainly to dilute solutions. So this equation is valid to only dilute solutions, not expected to concentrated solution. This is not valid to concentrated solution. This is not expected to concentrated solution. This is the first limitation. Second limitation you should write. This equation is more and more valid when the ionic strength is decreasing. So that means the solution becomes more and more dilute. So this is another limitation is this equation is valid. Equation is valid when more and more ionic strength is more and more ionic strength is decreasing. More and more, this equation is valid more and more. So as ionic strength is decreasing more and more. So as ionic strength is decreasing, that means the solution becomes dilute. So these are the limitations for the Debye-Hückel limiting law. Now I am going to discuss and explain about the ionic strength. So sometimes in exams, either it may be in competitive exam or semester exam, they may ask the questions about the ionic strength. So ionic strength, they will ask some questions. So first we will if we know the aware of the ionic strength, so directly we can calculate ionic strength. So ionic strength. So in exam, if they will give, find out the 0.1 m KCl, find out the ionic strength of 0.1 m KCl and mean activity coefficient they will ask. So if they will ask two questions. So first way I am going to write whenever KCl is there, you should write K plus. So generally first you should write the ionic strength formula, that is I is equal to summation half into summation Mi into Zi square, Mi into Zi square. So where M is the molarity and Z is the charge of the ions. So generally KCl is what? K plus plus Cl minus. Charge is plus 1 and minus 1. First I am going to write I is equal to half into. So that is I am going to write M1 Z1 square plus M2 Z2 square. M1 Z1 square plus M2 Z2 square. So if I wanted to write I is equal to half into, what is the M1? That is the molarity of K plus ion is 0.1. 0.1 into, so Z1 square is plus 1 whole square, plus 1 whole square. So plus M2 is also same 0.1. So into Z2 square is nothing but minus 1 whole square. What you are left with? So that is I is equal to half into 1 square is 1, 1 into 0.1 is 0.1. So plus minus 1 whole square is 1, that is 1 into 0.1 is 0.1. So that is nothing but 0.2 by 2, that is nothing but 0.1. So ionic strength I is equal to what? 0.1. If they will ask to find out the log gamma plus or minus, log gamma plus or minus is what? Already we know that minus 0.509 into Z plus into Z minus, plus 1 into minus 1. Charge is minus 1 into root I, that is what? Root 0.1 you will get. Root 0.1 you will get. So that is nothing but log gamma plus or minus 1 is equal, this is 1, 1 into something is 1. So whenever it is 10 is there, so that is 10 power minus 0.509 into root I, root 0.1. This is the final answer if you calculate the mean ionic activity coefficient. So if in competitives or whatever exams, GATE exam, whatever exams, so if they will ask about how to find the gamma plus or minus is like this. In semester exams also sometimes they will give the questions, you should be aware of this. So next example we will see about 0.21 m K2SO4. Find out the same question but K2SO4 we are going to do. So K2SO4. 0.1 m K2SO4, right? K2SO4 is what? Generally 2K plus ions plus SO4 minus 2 ions. The charge is plus 1 and minus 2. Whenever coefficient is there, you should take coefficient also. For this I is equal to what? Half into M1 Z1 square, M1 Z1 square plus M2 Z2 square. M2 Z2 square you should write. So that is equal to I is equal to half into M1 is what? 0.1 into, whenever coefficient of this is there, you should multiply this coefficient into charge is there, charge is plus 1 whole square, plus 1 whole square plus M2 is nothing but 0.1 into coefficient is 1, I am not going to write, and Z2 is minus 2 whole square, minus 2 whole square. If you will calculate this, I is equal to half into, so 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 0.2 is 0.1 is 0.2 plus minus 2 whole square is 4, 4 into 0.1 is 0.4. So if you will do this 0.6 by 2, so that I is nothing but 0.3. So I is nothing but 0.3. If I wanted to calculate log gamma plus or minus, what is log gamma plus or minus? Minus AV 0.509 into Z plus into Z minus, minus 2 into 1, that is minus 2 into 1 is 2 generally you will get. So that is what? Root 0.3 you will get. So gamma plus or minus is equal to, so 2 into this, 2 into this is what? 509 into 2 you should write. 2 9s are 18, 2 0 1, so 2 5s are 10, right? So 0.30, so 1.018, 1.018 into root 3, this is power 10, minus you will get this. This is for about the ionic strength of the K2SO4, 0.1 m K2SO4 and ionic strength of mean ionic activity coefficient of the K2SO4. This is the value you should do in the examination. So in next we will discuss about the extended form of Debye-Hückel limiting law. Extended form of Debye-Hückel law, limiting law. Extended form of Debye-Hückel law. Next heading is we are going to discuss about extended form of Debye-Hückel law. Extended form of Debye-Hückel law. Debye-Hückel law. So that is nothing but just you should write one point. You should mention one point is this. So generally the DHLL the Debye-Hackel, first point you should write, Debye-Hackel limiting law is mainly applicable to the dilute solutions. Next, the modification of Debye-Hackel limiting law is applicable to the concentration solution. The modification of Debye-Hackel limiting law is applicable to the concentration solutions. That is nothing but the extended form of the Debye-Hackel law. First point you should write that, and the second point is the thickness of the ionic atmosphere. The thickness of ionic atmosphere is depends upon the concentration. The thickness of ionic atmosphere is depends upon the concentration. So concentration, for example, the concentration of some solution is increasing from 0.01 normality to 0.01 normality. So that too increasing from 0.01 to 0.1 normality. So that time what happens, the thickness is decreasing 100 nanometers to 30 nanometers, that is to 10 nanometers. What you are saying is, if the thickness of the solution, if the concentration of the solution is increasing, the thickness of the ionic atmosphere is decreasing, you can say. So first point in the examination you should write, Debye-Hackel limiting law is mainly applicable to the dilute solutions, whereas the modification of Debye-Hackel limiting law is applicable to the concentration solutions. That is nothing but extended form of the Debye-Hackel limiting law. So this is mainly the thickness of the ionic atmosphere is depends upon the concentration. The concentration of ions from 0.001 normality to increases from 0.1. The thickness is decreases from 100 to 30 to 10. So after writing this, final equation is there. So the mathematical equation of extended form of Debye-Hackel limiting law is given by, so that is nothing but log gamma plus or minus is equal to, what is the, this is nothing but minus a into z plus into z minus into root I. So this is what Debye-Hackel limiting law. So simple by you should write 1 plus b into a into root I. So if you will write this, you will get the extended form of Debye-Hackel law. So here a is the size of the ion, and b is the mean ionic diameter, you can say, so that is nothing but, so the thickness of the ionic cloud, you can say b is thickness of ionic cloud, you can say. So if the value of b1 plus b into a into root I approaches to 1, so if this is approaches to 1, what happens, this entire value is 1. This is looks like the Debye-Hackel limiting law. So this is nothing but extended form of Debye-Hackel law. You should write all those 2 points and this formula and this reference of the terms, that is size of the ions and mean ionic diameter. All these you should write in the examination. In next video we will discuss about the theories of, that is we will discuss the Debye-Hackel equation. We will discuss the theories of the electrolytic solutions. We will discuss theories of the electrolytic conductance. We will discuss in next video. Thank you.